day, everyone. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic in modern development, how we bridge the gap between user-friendly applications like the ones on your phone or web browser and the secure, decentralized power of a blockchain network. The key connector here is the web services. So we have a visual representation here. We have the cloud and the devices that we use for it. So most people interact with applications daily, but they don't directly interact with the blockchain. So that's where web services, often the form of APIs or application programming interfaces, become essential. So they act as the translator and the gatekeeper. So in the next 15 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes, so we'll explain this interaction, look at a practical real world example, and map out the entire data flow of these web services and the blockchains. So in this slide, we have visual representation again with user interface, if it's a web or mobile app, the web service, and the blockchain network. So now, so you're probably asking why can't an app talk directly to the blockchain? It is because blockchain is complex. It requires cryptography, managing private keys, and dealing with the interactions or transactions that need to be mined or validated. And a mobile developer usually wants to focus on a great user experience, not on managing cryptographic security protocols. So this is where the web services or API layer comes in. So it sits between the application and the blockchain. So it offers a simple, standard, and familiar HTTP request like get, host, the app developer. So this is how the process goes. So number one is reading the data. So the application requests data. Say for example, if the user wants to ask what is the current balance from the web service. So the service queries the blockchain node and sends back a simple JSON or XML response. So number two is writing the data. So the application sends a simple request. Say for example, if we want to transfer $10, so the web service now is responsible for A, validating the request, B, formatting the data for the blockchain, C, signing the transaction with the required private key, and D, submitting the signed transaction to the blockchain network. So crucially, the web service abstracts away the complexity and keeps the secure private keys hidden from the public facing application, making the entire system much safer and easier to uh, maintain. So now, let's make this concrete with a real world example. Say for example, the supply chain tracking. So let's imagine a company shipping high value goods like pharmaceuticals or organic food. So they want an immutable record of where the item has been or when it was shipped and its condition. So first, the end user or maybe a retailer scans a QR code on the product box using a simple mobile app. So this scan needs to retrieve all the product histories from the blockchain. So the mobile app action, so the app reads the unique product key or product ID from the QR code and sends a symbol get request to the company's web service. So say for example, app request get API product history, the ID is equals to XYZ123. And next is the web service action. So the service receives the simple HTTP request, translate it into the specific API call needed for the blockchain. For example, calling the get product history function on the smart contract and pulls the data. It then formats the complex blockchain output into a clean, readable list for the app. So blockchain actions behind the scenes, smart contract that get product history XYZ123. Next is the updating the record. So a warehouse worker uses a tablet app to report the item has arrived. So the app sends a post request to the web service. So let's say, for example, post API product update status data, which is the ID X equals or XYZ123. The status is ship. The location is warehouse B. And last is the web service action. So the web service now validates the warehouse worker's credentials and it constructs the blockchain transaction. So calling the update location function on the smart contract. So signs it with a secure warehouse specific private key and submits it to the ledger. So a few seconds later, the immutable record is now updated on the blockchain. So this is another blockchain action which the web service handles. So sign and submit transaction to the ledger. So now, let's visualize this complete cycle, focusing on how the data moves from the user to the blockchain and back. So this diagram represents the core architecture of our supply chain example. So number one is the user interface. So whether it's a web page or a mobile application, the user initiates an action. So let's say, for example, clicking view history or update status. So the app packages this into a standard HTTP request. So the second is the web service or the API layer. So this is what we call the API layer or application program interface. So this is the crucial middleman. It receives the HTTP request for writing data. So it signs the transactions for reading data, it formats the query, and it's the secure gateway between the user interface and the blockchain network. So number three, the blockchain network. So the web services or the web service communicates with a specific node. So it is a server running on the blockchain software. So now the node executes the requested function on the smart contract to either read from the immutable ledger or write a new validated transaction. So the response. So next is the response. So the blockchain now sends the result. Let's say, for example, the product history or a transaction confirmation ID back to the web services. So we have a line here. So that's how basically the process goes from user interface to the blockchain network, the web service blockchain network, and it goes on and on. So now the web service cleans up this raw data and sends the final user-friendly result back to the application to be displayed. So in short, the web service layer makes the decentralized, cryptographic, and complex blockchain accessible, fast, and secure for everyday web and mobile users. So, web service, the bridge to blockchain adoption. So, number one is abstraction, number two is security, number three is the usability. So, to summarize everything or what we've covered for today, so web services are essential for integrating blockchain into real world applications because they handle security. So it acts as a secure gateway, hiding and managing cryptographic private keys away from the public facing application. Number two is the usability, the transaction formatting. So it enables real time access and updates to the decentralized ledger without sacrificing the speed and user experience of traditional applications. So it also translates complex blockchain functions into simple, familiar HTTP requests like GET or POST for web or mobile developers. So these architectures allows businesses to leverage the trust, transparency, and immutability of blockchain. So without compromising the user experience or of their existing web and mobile platforms. So it is the bridge to the decentralized adoption of applications of or systems. So that will be all for today. Thank you for watching.